professional. Unless, you have the issue with the canvas or the drills, which I really have not had. And so far I've tried a lot of companies. There's a ton more that I need to try out and let you know how good they are, as far as their choices. Do you have enough to choose from? For me, really doesn't matter if it's square or round drills. For me, the important thing is, do I like that picture? If I don't like it, I will not make it, obviously. We do crafts because we enjoy it. And if you're doing something you're not enjoying, then what is the point of doing it? Unless you're stubborn like I am, and when we had a problem, we did that anyway, just to prove the point that we're no quitters. I mean, we were like a whole bunch of drills, and a canvas is not going to throw us on the floor. And we did solve quite a few problems. Lately, to be honest, I have not had any problems with any of the drills or the canvases. Well, of course, when they deliver it over here, the package comes in perfect order. But I had one delivered from England, quite a few of them, and the outside of the package was a little bit beaten up, but the inside there was no problem with it. I was a little bit worried after, that big fiasco we had with customs not only opening the package, okay, they want to inspect it, fine, but they actually lifted the double-sided adhesive on the canvas the improper way, and then we had bubbles, rivers, creases, you name it, we had it. And that was the only time seriously I was considering throwing it in the rubbish. But then I figured, nope, we're stubborn. We're going to do this. I don't know how, but we're going to do this. And we did it. I did show you how to iron the canvas. Of course, you do not iron the canvas once you put drills on it because it will melt. But always check on the corner of the canvas for the heat of your iron. Do not use steam. You don't need that. And keep moving your iron to get, you want to get stubborn creases out. But once you start putting the drills on it, that's it. And the majority of the time, these canvases will lay themselves flat if you just give them a little time. Put something heavy on top of them. Sometimes you need to release a bit the cover paper to release the tension. Don't take off the whole, this, you don't need to. This is pour down glue. You don't need to lift up the whole thing, for the simple reason, for myself, I'm talking, I cannot put it back down. So if I cannot put it down nice and neatly, then what's the point? And there's really no point because it's only the top paper that has a few creases or whatever, not the canvas itself. So you don't really need to fool around removing the whole paper. I do remove the crinkly paper where I am working, and I use that tissue paper to put over it. Of course, if you're putting your work on the side, and especially if you have, like pets and their hair is falling all over the place. For me, the only hair that's falling is from my head. you need to cover it when you're done for the day so you don't get rubbish all over it. But when you're done, you take a clean toothbrush and you just clean it off before you seal it, unless you're going to put it in a frame and then you don't want to seal it. For myself, since I change the diamond paintings as far as seasons go, I will seal it because it's much easier, to dust it off, keep it clean. You can even wipe it off with a damp cloth or use a baby wipe. Yeah, that's what I use. Um, Obviously, you need to remove the dust, and if you don't seal it, then it's very difficult, and the dust might get between the drills, or there may be some sticky part, and then it will get dirty. So definitely easy to seal it. It's not expensive. I use water-based. Obviously, I'm inside a small apartment. You don't want any chemical fumes or whatever. And the water-based is easy to wash out the brushes with soap and water. So there's no problem with that. I definitely recommend sealing. As I said, a lot of them go in a dossier. Even those that I do as a gift or for selling, I will seal it and I will tell the people that it is sealed. You can wipe it off in case you get some dust or what have you on it. I'm sticking to the paper over here on the bottom. And at the moment, I don't want to put washi tape all over because I am going to remove that paper when I'm going to the next section. I will be happy when we get this edge over here filled in. It will be a little bit more comfortable working toward the middle. And then as far as the middle part of this big canvas goes, probably what I will have to do is turn it on the side. I've seen it in one of the YouTube videos. There was a video on how to handle your big canvases. I don't know where I saw it, and it was a long time ago, so I cannot give you the site, but if you put it in a search, it will find it for you. Almost anything you're looking for, you can find on YouTube, you know. That's how I did it. That's how I learned a lot. And let me tell you, it saved from a lot of costly mistakes. You know, when I began diamond painting, well, the first thing I did wrong, I removed the double-sided adhesive the wrong way. I was looking at YouTube, I was looking at the videos. Okay, I got my first diamond painting. It was a double-sided adhesive. And I saw, the YouTube video makers lifting up the double-sided adhesive to release the tension and, look at the drill field and etc. And I went to grab it and gave it a yank and the whole thing came up. The bottom part that's not supposed to come up, the sticky part. And then I was, oh my God, I ruined my new canvas that I waited months to get. And then I went back and I go, well, just put it back down. So I put it back down, gave it a little rub, 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 and I tried another corner. But first of all, it was strange that it was so hard to lift up. When I was watching the videos, they did, very easily lift it up to look at what's underneath the opaque cover. Well, it was hard because I wasn't supposed to do that. So I put it back down and looked at another corner, and it came off just the way they were showing it on the video. And I'm like, okay, now let's see if we can fix the damage that I did. Good thing it was just, a part of the corner that I ripped up. violently attacked my new diamond painting. I wonder if anybody else did that also. And then I looked at another video that said, yes, you must treat it gently, and you should be careful when you pull up the double-sided adhesive that the bottom doesn't come up with it. And I'm like, yep, let me tell you, I definitely agree, because that's what I did. So I would say the lesson I learned from that, if it seems very, very hard for the cover to come up, then you're doing something wrong. So that's what I learned. I really want to start on the first reindeer, preferably next week, to start in the middle. Because once we get the animals going, the whole canvas will come to life. This is, the background and the tree, which is beautiful, but this is where it come to life. So thank you very much for spending time with me today. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy. Please hit the like and the subscribe button. Thank you very much. I will see you next time. Bye for now. It's never coming back again, so forget it. Just remember some of the good things. If we look hard enough, we can find something good that happened. (2022) holds a lot of new promises. Remember, the number 2 supposedly is a lucky number. Although things happen the way they were written, they are supposed to happen to a certain extent. We do have free will to a certain extent. So I have been told. I studied that. Nothing to complain about today. Going to try and relax. Monday, everything gets back to normal. And the 3rd, people go back to school, go back to work, etc., etc. We spend so much time, effort, and wear and tear on our nerves getting ready for this holiday season, and then poof, it's over, right? So this year, actually, I did not go into hysterics. I just did the best I could. Well, I did have a setback with that inflamed tooth, 2 of them, as a matter of fact. And then the jabs and what have you. So things happened. Life happens. We can't always keep to the schedule that we wanted. I think being over this holiday season, things will get into a more routine until Easter. Last year I tried to make a bunny, but it turned out to be a puppy. Don't ask me how, I don't know. looks like a puppy and not a bunny. So I'm going to give it another try. I have noticed that I learned a lot with the more amigurumi that I make. Um, the less uptight I am about the final result, which is a good thing because this is what was keeping me back from doing it in the first place. Because I wanted to be perfect, just like what I saw, on the pattern, and it never turned out that way. And then I was like, well, this is not going to work. Yes, it is. Just keep on doing it. I always tell you, if I can do it, anyone can do it. And that is a fact. I was chatting with one of my regular viewers, and I am not the only one that has a stash stacking up underneath my light board. Because every time I get a new canvas, I want to start doing it right away. Well, of course, I told you this Christmas mouse went to the side because we were doing other projects. And we made snowflakes. We crocheted snowflakes. We made amigurumi snowballs. We made a snowman. Um, we made snowflakes from leftover blingies, those crystal diamonds that we had left over from other projects. I do have a project on my wish list, in my rear view mirror. It is a clock, an actual working clock. It is diamond painting, and it's a wall clock, and it actually works. Of course, why else would we do make it? The main color, which is my favorite colors, is blue and crystal. So I suppose we could call it a frozen clock. And these corners are hard because I keep on walking out of the camera when I'm doing it. But I think for a change, you can see me actually. I thought you might feel abandoned if you can't see what I'm doing. So I would say this was an easy canvas to do. No particular problems. It's a round drills. To me, actually, it doesn't matter whether it is round or square. However, it's my opinion that a square one does look a bit more, how should I say, more professional? But it really doesn't matter anymore. No matter how close you try to put the round ones, there is still a little bit of gap. As far as gapping goes, in the square ones, I would rather have a tiny, tiny gap than have it so tight that it pops off the canvas. And I didn't know, but that is why the drills were popping, because the drills were too close together. Yes, I do watch other YouTubers' channels. I learn a lot, take good constructive advice. I don't think I know it all yet. I'm far from it. First of all, I have no idea what these colors are called. Yes, I know there is this book with the DMC code in it and the name of the colors, but I figured it's rather useless. I can make up my own name for the colors. I can't remember if I read it anyway, so what's the point of it? There's no point, right? So it's a whatchamacallit color, whatever, it's beautiful. And that's the main, this is why we do it. Besides, it's good for our mental health. I've been told. I haven't noticed any improvement in it, but I'm sure it is. I'm sure somebody must have made a survey or what have you as to the effect of diamond painting on our mental well-being. Can you imagine having a title to a paper that said that? And people are actually supposed to take it seriously? I mean, there are other art therapy forms such as music and painting and what have you. And as far as keeping our cognitive abilities in older years, the, the idea is to use your brain. And sometimes we do have to use our brain to figure out how to solve little problems that we come across in diamond painting. And there is such a thing as color therapy. Now, if you're working with these drills, you are definitely having color therapy, aren't you? Because the colors are absolutely beautiful. Sometimes I wonder why I have to put certain colors where it's supposed to go. And I'm like, are you sure I'm supposed to put that there? And then I have to step back because right now I'm too close to the diamond painting to see the end result. So actually we need to step back and look at the complete picture, and then it makes sense as to why we needed to put that color where they told us to put that color. So I suppose it's very simple, just follow the instructions, which of course I'm not exactly inclined to do that a majority of the time. Tell me to do something and it's for damn sure that I'm going to do the opposite. Yes, I tend to be. No, you don't belong there. Why do you go there? You know, sometimes I tend to be a spoiled brat. Aren't we all? It's okay. I had a question like, I wanted to change certain drills to a different kind, let's say a glittery one. Am I going to get in trouble for that? And I'm like, excuse me? Who is going to judge your choice of drills on your own diamond painting? This is something you bought. This is your property. If you want to put all purple drills on it, it's your choice, as long as you enjoy it. Like really, who are you going to get in trouble with? I didn't understand that question as to why someone would be concerned when we can. I think all of us want to perk up our diamond painting and